Guys. Street Beefs fights that got heated. 58,000 views, right? And if they garner advertisements for stuff held hostage and aggressive planetary destructive behaviors, you, it's very important to understand the computer that thinks faster than you will take over the daily operations of your existence. That was Judah Krishnamurti back in the 60s, right? And, it's very important to understand, to be cognizant of your environment and your surroundings, and to be aware of causality. What causes this? What causes that? That Wrecking Car song, instead of the effect be the cause, just because. The cause of what? Okay. Cause and effect isn't bad, If she comes in and says she loves you and wants to hold you, and you're the effect of that, and it stays, that's good cause and effect, right? It's a that's a special feeling, Lloyd, right? And so when you have all these things, Americans warned, the end of Social Security benefits, stand up for the Lord's Prayer. You won't need a psychotic murderer's money. I got a thing in the mail about healthcare benefits, and it said, you'll give you more money if you go get screened for breast cancer. We'll give you money if you get a follow-up on it. We'll give you money if you get this. We'll give you money if you get that. So if you go to the doctor and you're getting sick because you had to go to the soup kitchen because, all the stuff that, you got to understand that the United States government is not much different than the Chinese government, okay? They're very similar. There's not a lot of differences between them. They have things that are a social convention that's acceptable to them as far as their genocide and their manipulation to feel powerful and to feel all this, but this is the full video. I did not realize I had made a short. Sorry. I don't know what they're doing, but they are watching everyone. New York night shift worker. I saw secret groups patrolling. Okay, Elijah, the movie, the film that shocked the world. Undefeated Viking told Bruce Lee, I'll crush you easily. Okay, these are the stupidest videos. It's okay, I can help. Black girl brought breakfast to old man daily. One day military, I don't know. It's just, this is wrong thinking, and it's bad. It's bad. Okay. It's bad to believe that money's real. It's bad to engage in activity that's excessive, compulsive, and unnatural. Okay. Like driving vehicles for entertainment. NASCAR, Formula One racing. I can't tell you how much you need to stop that. If you want to stop cancer, if you want to stop heart disease, if you're Cowboys for Cancer, then if you're a cowboy and you drive a NASCAR, park your NASCAR. Cowboys ain't easy to love and they're harder to hold. We'd rather give you a song than diamonds are gold. Them that don't know him don't like him, and them that do sometimes don't know how to take him. He ain't wrong, he's just different, but his pride won't let him. I don't have pride. Okay. I'm right, and you're wrong. I'm good, and you're bad. And don't, Gladiator 2, don't dress up like you're back in the ages when people believed in mythology and used money to manipulate people that believed in mythology like they're doing now. And don't get caught with your backfield in motion post-apocalypse when I've gone and fixed that technology with the help of Kamal Ye Faithful, but I'm the focal point. Okay? I'm the focal point. It says Earl, the guy from the book of Revelation, the Spirit of John, and the Mormon Gospels, the 1322nd Redeemer, and Islamic prophecy. Okay, it's all prayer. It's not kiping like the Z guys, dumbasses. It's because they're not involved in the faithful communication. So they look at it from their perspective. And then they label it from their perspective. And then they label us wackadoodle, but it's like, you don't know how to apply the physics of the Lord's Prayer? Oh, you're a goddamn fucking genius, right? Here, go to the Rockefeller Center, get an endowment for the arts, be an artist, get paid money to take your poo-poo and wipe it across the wall. Death and decay. Yeah. Splatter paint. Jackson your Pollock. Get drunk and then Jackson your Pollock. Yeah. Does that chip look like a Van Gogh? People will value the most bizarre things when they're clinically insane. It's not valuing. It's a brain chemical addiction. It's what it is. So I say the stuff with the stuff with Donald Trump, and all that stuff. It's like, he's a brain chemical addict. Okay. I'm digging on you, we're digging on me, we're digging on we, and I can't stop. Yeah, In the heat of the moment, baby, I lost my head, lost my mind, didn't know what to do. They're brain chemical addicts, and they fall in line real easily as long as we're not living the Lord's Prayer. Wherever there's an art to a deal, I'll be there. Wherever there's a man behind a sheep in a field, I'll be there. Remember that joke? I was joking. But it's these people they're crazy. Okay, they are insane. Okay, they're clinically insane. The naked spur. He didn't really get shot in the leg and pass out and say, "Mary, Mary," good to see you too. Yeah, he left his farm or ranch to this girl, and she sold it and ran off with another guy. Yeah, so he got hoodwinked by another pretty face. Well, they'd been living the ways of King Solomon there instead of Harvey the Puka. They'd been living the ways of King Solomon there. That wouldn't have happened to Jamie Stewart on the naked spur there. Of course, we would have never had Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, the Abraham Lincoln movies. And young Abraham, was he? No, it wasn't him. It was Henry Fonda was young Abraham Lincoln. What was Henry Fonda? What was Jimmy Stewart was so naked spur and no, he wasn't in North Alaska. That was Stuart Granger and John Wayne there. What else was he was Tom Jeffords of Simsiri, and he was. What else is Jimmy Stewart in? He's brothers with Audie Murphy there once. He's also brothers with the guy singing with Ella Fitzgerald there singing, no, they can't take that from me. That's the Dean Martino guy, Dino Martino. My mom saw him. She was like, he looked like leather. He smelled of cigarettes and alcohol. It was not fun to meet him. She goes, now Kennedy, oh my gosh. Kennedy was gorgeous. He sparkled. He was golden. Like on the Human League song, every face had a smile like the golden face. Took seconds. Why are we singing songs about our dysfunction to draw attention to ourselves to participate in more of the dysfunction? Isn't that the, classic of all blunders? Isn't that like an Asian land war? Do this and get $3,500 a month from Social Security. Okay, stand up for the Lord's Prayer. You'll never have to ask home-invading, linguistic, manipulative mass murderers for help to survive hell again. Okay. These people have been able to clone since Dolly the sheep. Okay. They get you to vote in these contests. They're not doing anything illegal. They're brain chemical addicts, and you are too. You go and you watch these videos. Street Fighter does this. I did it, with the little girl who goes in Korea or whatever to go build her, because they show the pictures of her. It's like, wow, she's a CEO. She's hot. Did she get her brain back together and say, hey, at the end of the video, let's all live Lord's Prayer. I love Tetsuro Suzuki and Sun Yat-sen too. No, she was just in when she's in. It's not the same girl that they have in the picture that they have you watch the video. The girl in the first picture with the fishnet red pantyhose has a bigger butt than the little girl in it. The girl in the second one where it says she's the CEO has bigger boobs than the little girl in it. The little girl in it is absolutely adorable and has the most beautiful little brown eyes when she cries when she's missing her grandmother who had passed away. But why did she have to go away to the city to try to earn money and miss precious time with her grandmother? The child arrived just the other day, came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to talk while I was away, walk, or, what I really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. I'd like to drive a NASCAR and then Formula One too, and then try not to sneeze out your lungs. I think I've got yeah, it's not funny. Both of my Shelby and Trisha passed away because they were poor and had to live in Humble, Texas, which is near the airport in Houston. And it's a very, very busy airport. And all that pollution, it doesn't go away. And they fly night and day. There's constant flights going up and down, jet fuel. Me and Pat lived further away from the airport than Shelby and Trisha were right up on it. We lived further away from it, about 5 to 10 miles down the road when we lived in Phoenix. But it was about 4 or 5 years, and then me and Amy got out of there and moved, and then me and Amy went to smaller towns. Amy wanted to go to smaller towns. She wanted to get her kids into a smaller community, and every time we tried, it was... I'd like to tell you a little story about a Harper Valley widowed bride. And Amy would get caught up into the same stupid shit she did in Phoenix, and I would tell her, Amy, you can get away with running around trying to be the Paris Hilton of Surprise, Arizona, but it's hard to do in Sheridan, Sierra Vista, and in Santa Fe, because they know what you ate for lunch when you fart, and they know your business upstairs. Yeah. So I know the neighborhood used to be her town, used to be my town too. And I get a lot of backlash from the kids in prayer from the stuff. And it's like, guys, it's wrong to acquit the guilty and deny justice to the innocent, right? If someone has innocence explained to them beyond any reasonable doubt, okay, that lie is blatantly obvious, and that truth is omnipotent, okay, that's when you stand up and go, huzzah, this must be the Messiah, and these people that use a virtual presence with money must be hypocrites and heathens. Huzzah! There you go. And so you explain it to people, and it's like, I can't live the Gospels for you. Okay? I'm the light and the freaking way there, but I cannot live the Gospels for you. Jesus was the light and the way and was crucified and turned into a comic book by murdering Romans, and we're still living that Europa today. We're not living it. This ain't living. No, baby. Say living. No. Panic is spreading. God knows where. No, God knows where we're. That's not, no. God is, you don't apply, Book of Job, you don't apply human traits to God. Okay, God is omniscient, omnipotent. And when they asked Jesus, when will this happen? When will we live the Lord's Prayer? When will your faithful love overcome the world? Jesus says, I can't tell you. I'm not you. I just believe it's going to happen. I just don't know when. Who, what, when, where, why. I like Dionne Warwick too. You were my guy. Dionne Warwick, it's hard to pick a favorite Dionne Warwick song. Oh my gosh, she has so many good Burt Bacharach tunes, it's not even funny. Trains and boats and planes, where do I... Anybody else like Valley of the Dolls? Theme for the Valley? Is this a dream? Am I here? Where are you? That song's lovely. It's lovely. It's delightful. Yeah, I was always, when I was a kid, particularly fond of Dionne Warwick. I like Walk On By. I like Message to Michael. I like, she has a plethora of good songs, more than a plethora of piñatas that El Guapo has, I swear. By the moon and the stars up above. There. But yeah, no, she damn work is good. She's good. I like her a lot. Anybody else particularly fond of her? Another one I was listening to. I like the Dixie Cups. And the Shirelles and the Dixie Cups kind of remind me of each other, even though the Shirelles have that one lead singer with a very rich voice, you know. Tonight's your mine, completely. Sha-da-da-da, sha-da-da-da. Foolish little girl. They have the girls with the Dixie Cup type voice, but they have the girl with the very strong, rich voice who typically sings lead. Do run day, well I met him on a Sunday. Do run, said bye bye baby. Do run day, run day, run day, bop. But this is dedicated to the one I love. So they had a mixture of tones. The Shirelles did. The Dixie Cups, the girls had very similar sounding voices. Iko, and going to the chapel. Love, I like, they're fun. Anybody else like the Dixie Cups? G, baby, G. G, baby, G. G. But you're going in the wrong direction. They're cute. Their songs are very cute. They're very charming. Iko, and Going to the Chapel are still my two favorites. But yeah, I like the Dixie Cups. They're charming. They're really cute. Anybody else like them? Sun is here, the sky is blue. Oh, birds all sing as if they knew. Today's the day we'll say I do, and we'll never be lonely anymore. Because we're going to the chapel and we gonna get married. Everybody like that song? That's a good one. Another one I like is the Toys, A Lover's Concerto. How gentle is the rain that falls softly on the meadow. Some magic from above made this day for us just to fall in love. Da 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 da. Someday we will return to this place upon the meadow. Yeah, we'll walk out in the rain. It's a gorgeous tone. Everybody like I'm just always I'm connecting to this kid in spirit. Just the spirit of the kid, even if it's a miscarriage, there's still a spirit that provides life to this body, even if they think it's a computer program. And that was going to be son to Law's mom. And the spirit of this child is just wonderful. It's still lovely. It's very romantic. Dad, remember? I know. Sound like Gabe and Patrick. There's still time for you, Dad. Time keeps flowing like a river to the sea. Who knows when we shall meet again, if ever. I love people, and I sure definitely am. I'm not a hopeless romantic. I'm a hopeful romantic because life is eternal and grace is infinite, and life without romance sucks, right? And so it's and people shouldn't watch romance on a TV show because it's not romance. That's marketing. As people pretending to be in love, destroying their marriages through having sexual affairs with their co-star while their spouse is touring the world singing songs about love, but knows nothing about love until he meets Perdita and what's her name again? Roger's mate. Writing songs about love, something he knew nothing about. But his big hit wasn't about love. No. His big hit that got him the Dalmatian pronunciation was Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. She doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. She's like a spider waiting for the kill. Yeah. She must work for a government agency. Have lots of money and no idea what's whack and what's dope, right? Earl, you funny. I know. To be young, talented, and charming. What about young, talented, and black? Well, I was, Anthony Gaines's official white Negro. Just about everywhere I went. You one of us, with all the kids at NSI, you one of us, Dad. You're one of us. No, I'm white. No, you're not. I was like, guys, there's no. I don't. I despise tribalism. Okay. I hate being tribal, secular, and insular, right? It's not us against them. I love Keith, and I know what a goof he was and how he's trying to survive, but he was a good guy. He wasn't better than Odysseus and Ulysses. Guys, it took 8 years to get back home because he is bringing home the spoils of war. Okay. How much spoils of war did Moses take with him from Egypt? Huh? Huh? Okay. How much spoils of war did Muhammad take with him from Medina to Mecca? Huh? I profess now, just because the words are manifest, they will take you, sedate you. Well, I impress upon you the fact that you ought to feed your minds to feed the soul. I got a real objective here. I'm just fixing Keith's lyrics because I love him. I never got to meet him. He was when they were debriefing me and encountering me and challenging me at Sierra Vista. The two people I was most excited about it that I was getting in prayer was I was going to meet Keith, right? And Michelle was going to get to meet the Obamas because she was excited about Obama being president. Keith died before we left left Sierra Vista for cruises. Just yesterday morning, Alan came up and told me, and I was like, Keith's dead? Keith's sick? What? Guru dead? Yeah. Fuck out of here, right? And then Dad came and told me that horrible day, Michelle was killed. She was shot going to a smoke shop in Phoenix. I was like, God dang. The two people that I felt most excited about, this performance of the apocalypse, is weird. I don't know. It is horrible. The one person I was excited, because Alan told me, he talked to Ahmad online and he was a real nice guy. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I said, I'm the Messiah. That means I'm going to get to meet Keith, right? I'm going to meet Guru. So me and Alan were talking about the Gospels and talking about hip-hop guys that we liked and wanted to meet. Well, Marvin Gaye was already dead, and shoot, just about all the all the singers. Remember that time you guys at Fort Huachuca, the guy that looked like the bass player for when I had on my YouTube, I had the Burke family, the Spiral Stair Steps, and the guy looked just like him. He was older, and I met him at the store. I thought, oh my gosh, this is, I thought, they've arrived, and it wasn't him. They were fucking with my head. And then that one kid they brought in that I thought might be Aaron Montalvo, God, they fucked with me hard. It was horrible, the things that the military did to me. You remember the stuff about when I was having the things with Deep Chappelle and all the, Rogan and all that stuff, and they were joking with me about it, and I was making these videos, and they were having fun, thinking it's funny. And I told them all from the Jump Street, I said, if it equates, accept it. If it doesn't, reject it. If I'm doing anything that seems sensational or outlandish or outrageous to attract your attention to live the Lord's Prayer, it's just for entertainment only, to get you not to entertain living a truthful, faithful, loving existence, but to actually do it. I just got to get, attention, please. Live the truth and the perfection of the faith of Jesus Christ. Like Muhammad said, if you can't do that, whatever you're doing online to make money that gets people mass murdered, a little bit of soap will never wash away your sin, right? And so I keep telling guys this, and for some reason, you're just as addicted to this insanity as the people that you are attracted to for distraction, or that you vote for more money. And they're all equally guilty. This Morrissey guy, who they say he's coming to El Paso, but he might not come. It's like, who gives a shit? Do you have his music? Okay, well, listen to that. The studio version typically sounds better than the shit you're going to hear after 30 years of Jimmy Beaumont having to sing in F sharp when he doesn't regularly sing in F sharp. By the time you heard him, 30 years later, after I don't have hopes and dreams, I don't have hopes and dreams and plans and schemes. I don't regularly sing and have sharp and this I swear is true. And since I don't have you were biggest hits and it destroyed my vocal cords. Since I don't have healthy vocal cords, I don't have happiness, and I guess I might as well gotten hit by a face by the Colonel's people because Elvis wanted he wanted that song for Elvis, you know. Fuck, tender love and care, huh? It's all just a dream. Tell me this is a dream. Somebody please tell me. Can't sing like William Pooh Hart, but I do enjoy listening to him sing. Yeah. And it hurts me so bad. Yeah, he had such a, you know, tell me this is a dream. Somebody can't sing like William Pooh Hart, but I like him. Anybody else like William Pooh Hart from the many guys have come to you with a line that wasn't true, and you pass them by, pass them by. Oh yeah, yeah. Anybody else love that song? La 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 la. Reminds me of my fiance, Law. They called her Law. La 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 means I love you. I don't have a diamond ring. I don't even know a song to sing. All I know is la 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 la. Anybody else? And didn't I blow you? That's also good. Yeah, I like the Delphonics a lot. But guys, public domain. Care, share, give in accordance need, built to last. Pass it on. You don't have to make ridiculous videos to trend for things that are held hostage by this perpetual, selfish, disgusting sin that you guys perceive as success through entertainment or entertainment through success. Entertain yourselves after you're living the truth of the faithful, loving peace of the Messiah. If you can't do that, I'll keep working on it. But, you know, when that day comes, you know, Sinner man, where are you going to run to? Sinner man, where are you going to run to? All on that day. You know, and they turn it into mythology, but it's really happening. It's really real. And lie can't save you from sin, but living the truth of faith and the glory of God and faithfully loving one another can save you from sin. Does the book that became flesh make more sense now? Okay, guys, I love you, Little House on the Prairie people. Okay, peace out, man.